The RX, it accounts for over 40% of Lexus sales. Yeah, you bet they don't want to screw it up. This one's the RX 450h, the hybrid. Let's see if they make it more than just a green statement. And check the tech. The RX is in its third generation, but they haven't strayed far from the original look and proportions. And between the 350 and the 450h, you'll have to squint a bit, they look very similar. Now, RX 450h is like an RX 350, same basic cabin tech, at least down the center, but we've seen and loved this interface before. The controller is this guy right here, which is kind of like a flat-top joystick of sorts, and you've got haptic feedback. There's a little bump, 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 a detent, if you will, on each one of those buttons. They simplified the main menu, interestingly. Right up on the far left there, destination is the first thing that you'll go to very often. You've also got your information and your phone technology right here. Calendar, I could live without that, thank you. XM nav, weather, if you live in a place with serious weather, that's handy. If you live here, we'd never use it. Your climate controls are over here. This can be a little frustrating because you've got those, and then right down below that, you've got this. So it's a little redundant, I think. Our sources are AM, FM, no HD radio on this guy. Satellite radio is XM. CD and DVD in this particular car because of the way it's optioned. You've got a multi-disc changer up here. The navigation system is hard drive based, but we don't get any of that hard drive space to play with, so you can't rip. BT is Bluetooth streaming audio, separate from the Bluetooth hands-free, which of course we have in this car. But Bluetooth streaming audio means I can play right off of my smartphone. In my case, it's a BlackBerry. This is the A2DP technology. If your phone has it, you should be good to go. And we've got a USB thumb drive down there in the nether regions where the aux and the USB live. And you can see how that comes up pretty cleanly. And we've got the Mark Levinson audio upgrade, which is an a la carte audio upgrade package. That'll give us more speakers, 15 total around the cabin, more than 12, more than 9, which are the two lower tier audio systems, 330 watts of sound, and DSP technology here to do all kinds of fussing around with the surround. It's a 7.1 core audio system if you put the right digital sources into it. Navigation on this thing is pretty standard Lexus fare, and that's a good thing. You do have live traffic on here, XM nav, weather as well. Icons on the screen that show a traffic situation are clickable, so there's a warning. I can click on that, see what it says.
I-280 at 5th Street, slow traffic.
By the way, when you option up the navigation package, you also get the backup camera, which is pretty basic. We don't even have trajectory or distance lines, just a view out the back. Oh, another note about the Bluetooth hands-free, there are 2 levels in this car. If you get the nav package, it bumps you up to enhanced Bluetooth, which has phone book transfer capability. Now, our RX has the dual rear seat entertainment system optioned in. It's mounted on this little wing that flies up on the back seat. Really nicely executed, I think. You're really going to be using this wireless remote, which has dual sets of controls for left and right. Front screen and these two can have the same source, or can split up to different sources, including the auxiliary input jacks down here for stereo audio and, of course, video via the usual RCA inputs. And next to that, you've got a 120 volt outlet, which lets you plug in whatever portable you're plugging into the auxiliary jacks and keep it running. Headphones are interesting. You've got 2 sets of wireless ones, but you can also plug in wired down here on these analog jacks, and they've got their own volume controls right by them. So a nicely done system overall. Now, the engine room's a big part of the story on an RX 450h, because there's an H. It's a V6, 295 horsepower, but of course the torque is augmented dramatically by the electric motor. This vehicle is also available all-wheel drive, in which case they park another electric motor back at the rear wheels, and that handles all-wheel drive. By the way, it's not full-time all-wheel drive, as you might imagine. The standard 350 gives you 1825 mpg. This guy gives you 3228, so a little better on the highway, dramatically better around town. Okay, let's price our 450h. About 43 base. Add a mere 1,600 for all-wheel drive, because all they're doing is slapping another electric motor on the back end. Now, to do it up CNET style, it's about 2,400 for the nav package with backup camera and better audio. 5,600 for nav with rear seat entertainment. That's kind of a sweet package. Levinson audio is a la carte at about 1,600. Now, some other a la carte stuff. Adaptive cruise control with pre-collision braking is about 1,600. Head-up display is $1,200, and to get the USB jack, you've got to buy a $2,400 or $4,800 luxury package. I don't like that one, but that's the way you got to do it.